কেউ কোথাও ভালো নেই যেন সে কতবার আর হাতে I want to talk about addiction because there are things you want to talk about but you, you hardly find anyone to share the things you want to share. It is not because people are not interested in you or otherwise, that is because you like you like to keep things to yourself. And one reason addiction is hard to overcome is because who likes to confess that he or she is addicted, because addiction is such a weakness. Once you are able to confess, I think once the world is more accepting, you get you intrinsically get the permission to not use addiction anymore. You become sober. Fundamentally, it's a problem of acceptance. We feel we are not being accepted by the society, and we feel we shall be mocked. We feel we were not loved enough, and we developed that habit of being angry at someone, at some situations, at God, at our own genes. And during the process of anger, what happens is our blood pressure rises, and we eventually get very fond of that high blood pressure state. And when we are living alone, we miss that, because or with our family we had that constant blood pressure rise situation, and when we are living alone, we are not we lack that situation. That situation is no more, and we try to induce them through tobacco and weed and stuff. Huh. That's one way of looking at it. And yeah, I have to think. I don't know. I had a lot of things in mind, but suddenly I just forgot. I have to think. I want to take a pause and think, just simply think. Some people never get out of that state of blaming, even though they are 46, 47. They blame to their parents, they blame their ex-wives, and yeah. But obstacle is always the way. What is the point of blaming? Like, you blame because you want interaction. Yeah, that's valid. But blame, because the blame, because you and in the process you're getting angry and you're wasting your energy. Nothing wrong with blame, but does that make you free of the fact that you were not loved? I want to know what makes us all loved once again, and what can make us more loving, what can make us more gentle. I wonder. I have the answer, I think, but yeah, I have the answer. The answer is sharing. Sharing is caring. When we speak our heart, we get emotional in the process, and when we show our weak side, the other person gets that, and he or she responds, because fundamentally we are one. We want attention, we want love, we want interaction, we want socialization, we want food, we want sex, we want, all human beings want the same things fundamentally. They want some art, they want some violence, they want some drama. And when you are suppressing all of it, when you are suppressing your emotions, when you are constantly thinking, not expressing yourself, constantly lying, constantly hiding, then ah, then what happens is the other person also shows the same picture. He or she hides, lies, he or she does the same things as you, because that is what we do as humans. We copy. And to get more love from people, we must show them. But you know what? You are very ashamed, you are very uncomfortable showing your love for others, showing your I just lost my line. I don't know. I know. I want to talk about addiction, why addiction happens, and what are the ways to deal with it. But I suddenly do not want to anymore, because addiction is very much related to procrastinations and bad performance and being lazy. And I wanted to address that and talk about that, but I don't know what to talk about precisely. I lack words, I lack ideas, I lack before I started recording, I had this idea that I know the solution. I know the solution. In fact, the reason I don't implement it, one, I was lazy. I am lazy. Two, lazy is not a good word. I actually implement. You know. I don't know why some people are very self-doubtful, always doubting himself or herself. I'm one of them, and I want to know why. I think I know why, but I won't say it. I don't want to say it. There are a number of ways. Okay, I will say one thing. There is a part of me that likes drama, that likes vulnerability. A little too much, I think. And at the same time, I'm very afraid of. I'm very intimidated by that possible part of me that resides inside me, that wants to experience that drama so much. In my darkness, yeah, another name for that something. What makes art? Some people say art is creativity, art is disorder and order, art is the rhythm of disorder and order and neutrality. I wanted to explore the art of speaking, but I'm failing. In posing for a selfie, there is art. In playing video game, there is art. In doing anything, there is art. As long as there is a boundary, there is art. As long as there is clarity and boundary and desire, and there is art. And what is the purpose of art? Some people say there is no purpose of art because there is no purpose of the color yellow, there is no purpose of rose, beautiful things like that. Yeah, that is the case. You can make medicine out of rose, and that shall help human beings for sure. And that was not the purpose of rose. There was no purpose of rose. Similarly, if someone learns how to edit videos, he learns how to edit videos. There is not there was no purpose of that learning, that achievement when he started the learning process. After he learned it, he can use it for future video production. That's how it works. Now it's been 14 minutes. I want to do it for some seconds, few more seconds, 15 minutes, and then put a full stop. I want, yeah, it's 15 minutes, but I'm not putting a full stop. I don't want to put a full stop. This is called not having a boundary. This kind of actions ruin art. But again, the desire is rising. As long as the desire is rising, there is the possibility of a boundary. If it stops here, this part becomes the art. The art is this much. If it doesn't stop and keep on moving, no art is forming, because there is no clear contrast. Imagine the color is feeling. If I stop here, it will be stopped the boundary, and there will be contrast of, yeah, boundary, desire. What else? Boundary, desire. That's it. Desire to do something and a boundary that creates art, but not a good art. Good art is a good art, and a good art is a rare thing. Very, very, very few people can create good art. Very few people can create good art. And the interesting part is, if you want to create good art, if one wants to create good art, he shall fail probably, because a good artist is unaware of his goodness, something like that. Because the moment he becomes aware of his goodness and he praises himself, he becomes bad and people start to hate him or her. Yeah, there is the point of sarcasm and humor, like, yeah, I'm the best, humor part. That is actually not praising oneself. That is actually a part of being, like, being funny. Some people are naturally funny, that's their nature. Some people are naturally not funny, that's their nature. What is the function of ego, I think? I wonder, I do not know actually. If praising myself is my nature, what is the point of ego there? Like, there is no ego. Ego is a completely false thing. Ego doesn't exist. People feel uncomfortable around some other people and they label it as, yeah, that person is egoistic. Do not talk to that person. There will be no ego. Yeah, we want ego because we want drama. That's the part of drama. Drama is we Drama is portraying something as true, which is actually false. Like, he has attitude. He actually do not have an attitude. He actually is not interested in speaking to you. And that's not because you're bad. That's simply because he's not interested in you. How funny. There is that human complex that I feel bad that I am not interested in you. That's so funny and strange. Why should anyone feel bad about themselves not being interested in another human being? It is very natural. That is natural, but we feel bad about ourselves for that. The reason is conditioning. The reason is mainly conditioning. It's been a tradition of self-hatred that has been going on since I don't know when. So that's today's lesson. I really wanted to like speaking to myself has always been a very interesting part of my life. I love to speak to myself, and I loved it when I recorded it. I saw myself speaking to myself. That's so satisfying sometimes. I want to be silent. I don't want to speak. I just want to be silent. I just want to be silent. Good night. Good night. Strange teeth. What is that? What is this? Huh? What is this? Fuck. But I've been living with this since a very long time.